Hi guys, I'm Uncle Richie.
Yo, what up? J Money's back.
And this is C10. And you're listening to the Uncle's Podcast.
And we're back. Welcome to the Uncle's Show. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're here with a very special guest today, Emmanuel Kiddie. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, brother. Emmanuel Kiddie has a Bachelor of Commerce at Griffith University. He's the former president of Griffith Uni PNG Association, Master of Professional Accounting, and has been with a big accounting firm for over 6 years now. Wow, bro. Wow.
Oh, bro, that's...
What a journey, brother. What a journey.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Tonight we're going to sort of unpack a little bit about your journey, ask you a couple of questions, and really get into that, the nitty gritty of who is Emmanuel Kiddie.
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome.
Good, okay.
So, here at the Uncles, we usually start off with finding out a little bit about your upbringing and background. So, if you don't mind, Manu, where did it all start for you? When did you move to Brisbane?
So
Australia.
Yep. So a bit about myself. So mum and dad. Mum's from Morobe, dad's from Mount Hagen. He grew up in Ley, OG Ley crew.
City.
Love Ley City. Came over to Australia to Bundaberg in 2010, and then from 2010 did high school till grade 12 in 2013, and then moved down here for uni. So I came to study that Bachelor of Commerce, and been at Brisbane ever since.
Awesome. Yeah, so coming down to Bundaberg, you said. Obviously, original Ley Mangi. Yeah, that's right. Growing up in Ley, obviously there's different challenges in itself. There's obviously different challenges when you move to a new environment. What was that like moving to Bundaberg from Ley City?
Oh man. So coming. I always tell people this when they ask about the transition.
Yeah.
The key thing that stood out to me was when my first few days of school, and honestly, first few months of just social outings and all that stuff as well, because we came and stayed with some missionary friends that Mum was part of, and then so that helped us sort of merge into the community and transition well. And in that time, honestly, all the conversations that the Aussies would do the talking, and here's just us no.
One answer.
Well, we went to LCA. We could actually understand, speak English, not fluent English, but we could hold a very brief conversation. But at that time, nerves, everything, new environment, everything was happening. We're just taking it all, and I was 15 with my family. 15, you're very young. You're like a sponge still, soaking in everything around you. So, it was pretty tough, but. In terms of the excitement of it, that's something that stood out as well, to go, this is a new environment. How can I make myself a part of this environment? So, and that's where you can hear my accent now. When I speak English now, I caught onto the Aussie accent really quick.
Yeah, 100%.
Whereas my older siblings, that you can still hear the PNG accent still in there. So I decided to fully embrace the Aussie accent and take it on. And
100%.
Here we are.
That's incredible. Yeah, obviously LCA being a pretty prominent school in Ley. I remember I was only around the corner at Ley Coronation, so
I used to live next to Coronation.
Wait, what street was that?
V Street.
Travelers Inn.
Yeah, I was just opposite that.
Oh man, that was
we used to jump the fence and go play in the.
And the boarding house right there.
Yeah. It's burnt down now, actually.
Oh yeah, it's burnt down.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Thoughts out to the Coronation and the Gungunbi boarding house. But anyway, going back to what you said, obviously, those challenges coming down and listening to English being spoken really quickly.
Yeah.
Being really quickly and there's different things coming up in conversation so quick and
the slangs,
and being used to English, but like a different culture altogether while speaking English. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And that was all in Bundaberg, so that was around 2011.
2010.
Yeah, wow.
First year. And culture, like you said, culture shock was a big thing as well. Hit us all at once. The whole family, because we were all here together, so everyone was, okay, so this is where we go, learn new things, come back and then share with each other. But yeah, it was a challenge, but it was also exciting at the time. Something new.
No, that's awesome, Because I remember when we moved down, like, it was nerves, but obviously a lot of excitement as well.
Yeah. Brisbane?
To Brisbane, yeah. So
that's a big city, bro.
Yeah, I know. That was huge. Oh, bro. That was pretty huge, I remember, same thing, man, just like, blah, 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 and you're like, oh, okay. Wait, what? Yeah. No, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear about that. And so you were there in Bundaberg, and tell us about your family. So you've got a couple of brothers?
Yeah. So I'm from a family of six children. So mum, dad, and then 6 of us. So first is a girl. You know my brothers, the twins.
Yeah.
So Aisha and Elijah, and then there's Isabel. I think you know her as well. Goes me, and then my younger sister.
Yeah. Awesome.
So 6 of us.
6?
5 of us came here. 1 stayed back. In PNG,
wow.
the oldest one.
Oh yeah.
The oldest one was in PNG. So all 5 of us came and did school here.
That's awesome.
In Bundy. Now Bundy obviously a smaller town, and then we all moved this way for uni.
Yeah.
Everyone came to Brisbane.
Yeah, so you would have finished high school in
2013.
2013.
Was grade 12.
Oh yeah. I remember that year actually.
You remember that year?
I actually, honestly, like, I met Manu back in 2013. We actually, Mason, you were there as well. We played that random game, bro.
For the Queensland PNG Kumuls, shout out,
Hey, shout out. We'll get into rugby league a little bit later. We'll just talk about that a little bit later. But we'll get back on track.
That's right.
Anyway, so you moved to Brisbane for university.
Yeah.
What got you inspired, or what inspired you to study commerce and
So my dad's an auditor, so he's an accountant by trade, by profession. So I've grown up around it, and when going through all my subjects, had discussions with mum throughout school as well, about my strengths, seeing all the results from subjects and things like that. Maths was a strong point. It was only natural to go, okay, your dad's doing this, so get in after him.
That's awesome.
Follow in line. So I didn't have any thoughts of, I don't want to do that. I just embraced it. I was like, that's matches what my strengths are. So
awesome.
Just happy to go with it.
That's crazy. Like, honestly, I would have thought, like, when I was going through high school as well, like, the subjects I didn't do well in, I thought those were the subjects you have to, like, put all the energy in and stuff. But that was a mistake. I sort of I sort of feel like I did as well. But no, that's awesome. Like, it's good to see you've progressed. Obviously, from accounting, through accounting. Sorry, you found your feet in university. Got involved with extracurricular activities as well. Tell us about that, bro. Tell us about some of the stuff you've done.
Uni was fun. Uni was fun. We're good friends that I've ran into, Rich and Mace. And in that time, uni, I think, very critical for my own journey and experience for accounting as well as socially as well. Some highlights from uni, like, obviously some lifelong friends from there. So Tony as well. All of that crew. So we used to hang out first, second year of uni, especially. And that was my first time moving out of home. So outside of mum's care and guidance. So I moved out with my siblings. And then that to find your own feet, like to find who you are, discover yourself. So that was a good period. I think 3.5 years I spent in uni. I think couple key things. Yeah, met some incredible friends, Rich, Mace, Tony. And then, what I got involved in later on in my uni experience, so around, I think, third year actually. Put my hand up to be part of the PNG University, PNG Griffith, GUPNGSA, so Griffith UPNG Students Association. And I was, lucky enough to be president. I was fortunate. Great privilege. It was taught me, like, it was a major thing for my own development. In that it was just a 1 year, but a lot of experiences, talked to different people, managed, and then so Mason was my vice president as well.
Shout out Mace.
To Mace.
Shout out Mace Kumuls.
So he was VP. The other execs, we had a good bunch of execs as well. So chatted through a lot of it. Like, we were only uni students. We didn't know. It felt like running a company or something. Like the board of directors making decisions, cutthroat decisions.
That's so good. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah. Because then you had to think about the income. So from registrations, people that registered for the
year. Who was treasury?
I think it was Esther. Esther Wanch. I don't think you know her.
No.
But she was an accounting student as well. So
that's awesome.
And that in itself helped her own experience of like money management, all that type 100%. Of stuff to build skills along there. In that time we building on events. We just randomly just walk up to N13 and then put on the whiteboard. It's like, all right, this is the events we're gonna do. And then plan it out.
N13 is a massive lecture.
N13 is a lab. Lab, computer lab.
Okay.
Some of the old PNG students listening to this, N13 used to be a spot.
That's awesome.
It was exciting. We didn't know what the heck we were doing.
Yeah.
But we just lent in anyway. We're like, all right, so this is what we have to do. Let's figure out how to do it well. And and then some of the highlights where we ran an event where Gary Juffa came, I think.
Oh wow! That's right.
Gary Juffa came and spoke to the. Oh, actually, I don't know if it was Gary Juffa or was it another. They had 2 years where they had like some specific delegates come in and speak. So one of those 2 years was within that time that we led. So no, that was exciting. So I learned a lot. Made a lot of friends, so even with other student clubs as well, some Islander boys from GPA, shout out GPA. It was an awesome experience. So that's socially it was like that. And then so my sister, so Isabel, she was in front of me studying nursing, so she graduated. And one key thing, like the whole family gathers for a graduation. We had the ceremony that we pulled up to in the convention center, I think.
Yep. South Bank.
Yep. And then seeing, like, my parents flew in and they watched my sister graduate, and honestly the look on their faces of the pride they had, that was all worth it. I'm like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm graduating. And this is me. I'm like halfway through and I'm like, this is it. This is what I want my parents to feel, or like, that's what I wanted. So that that became one of my driving forces to, I guess, push through everything and get to the end.
100%.
It was awesome.
That's incredible, bro. What are some of those those, I guess, the hurdles you had to push through, or the brick walls you had to sort of break down while at university?
Honestly, it was, you have that inner battle within yourself. I think one that stuck out to me was whether accounting was for me. Like, it was before, like, when you decide to go into uni, you've obviously like, all right, this makes sense. You go in and then you start doing the subjects and you're like, okay, you like considering your life decisions now. Like, is it worth it? And then because I came over on a visa, you're aware of that. And that in itself, you had that other thing going in the back of your mind as well, thinking, oh, is this going to help me in my long term, like visa-wise? Is accounting related to a permanent stay or a potential permanent stay? So all those things were tying in as well. And I'm like, and then when I was thinking about whether to back out, I was like, Yeah, look, I can't really back out of this one now.
Bro.
So some of that were like just full on black and white stuff to go, yeah, nah, just like you don't have any other choice. But then once that decision was made, you got your highs and lows. I think when I used to go back, because you get you get, what's the word? You get comfortable around the life here as well. So on holidays, every time going back to PNG, got to see family. Like I understand, like you see the state of living up, and you see it, and you're like, nah, like I got a big opportunity back there.
100%.
I shouldn't, I shouldn't be getting comfortable and things. Like I need to really dig deep and get this done, get over the line. So that's been one of the, I think that's the mindset through uni mostly.
Yeah, that's quite a journey.
Yeah.
Few things to overcome, and no, it's great that you push through. So yeah, really important message to some of our listeners out there who may be going through the same thing. Yeah. So it's really great to hear about that. Yeah. So yeah, finding your feet in uni. Obviously, after uni, that's another challenge as well. Yeah. I think we all know that. I think we heard from Mace on a few episodes back. How it was pretty difficult for him to find his feet in his own field. Yeah. Tell us about some of the things that you found.
Through uni, I at about second year or end of second year, I knew that the job market would be tough. Like I said, I was getting very involved with the PNG Student Association side of things, as well as the professional. Like accounting student association as well. Yeah. So I was getting in contact with people a year in front of me. Not really people that entered the workforce, but people, I think when I was in second year, I was talking to third year students saying, okay, what's your application process like? Yeah. Seeing any opportunities available. And one thing that was saying were internships and like your grad roles, what they were seeing was really high achievers were getting those roles. So that felt a bit disheartening, but I was like, all right, we'll still push through, find a way around it. Yeah. In my prep for leaving uni, I was just sending out applications left, right, and center. I was going through LinkedIn, just send. Wow. I think I was sending about 10 or 15 a day, so I ended up for a whole week or 2 weeks straight. It's a numbers game, isn't it? That's it. To see who's going to reply. Yeah. And honestly, like no replies from all those guys, even though it doesn't matter how many you put out, like they just see what they want to see and make their decisions. But I couldn't control that. I just could control what I could control. So I went in doing that, and then seeing where my course led me, there was in the last semester there was an internship opportunity and had some marks requirement, so I think you had to go like 5.5 and above in GPA. Wow. Oh man, I spent some late nights trying to make that 5.5, bro.
Bro, 5.5, man. Good stuff, bro.
Look, I think I snuck over like 5.6. I was at right before that semester, so I could get in, and I ended up doing an internship with KPMG, so one of the big four accounting firms. Exactly. And that sort of opened my eyes to what the professional life is like, what they work on, because I went into an audit one. Yeah. So my dad's an auditor, so I was like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Let me go in and suss out what it's like. Bro, they were putting these like the numbers we were looking through. I'm coming out of uni. I don't know what I'm doing, and they're putting the sift through papers, and I'm seeing hundreds of thousands, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm qualified for this.
Right in the deep end, bro.
But obviously there's like reviewers after me, so I was like, okay, yeah, sweet. But I was there for work experience anyway, so they knew that the work that they were giving me was not really that risky. Yeah. It only took like, I don't know, half an hour for them to review what I did for the whole day. So
yeah, wow.
But that in itself, it wasn't to like actually get the stuff done for them. It was more for my own experience, and they understood that. Yeah. That was a key part of uni as well, where Griffith was kind enough to offer that to people that did performed well in that space. So fortunate to have that opportunity, and that sort of helped Oh, and how I got this job was talking to some of the people that worked within uni.
Yeah.
And they flagged me an opportunity for a BDO rep was coming to one of the networking events. And guess where?
Wow.
It was in Gold Coast Griffith.
Wow.
Oh, telling me good at
Bro.
But it was a contact, like the person I used to work with at uni, because I did some like uni skills leadership and some mentoring roles through uni as well. So I did it for like all my second year. So I made good contacts in there, and they told me, hey, there's a BDO rep. She's looking for some grads. So and they're like, well, it's down in Gold Coast Griffith. I was like, put my name down. I'm going.
That's so good.
So we go, and then I had a chat to rocked up to the Griffith uni bar there down in Goldie.
Uni bar,
and then there was
mad,
a networking event. Like I put on my best suit and whatnot. You only had like one person in uni.
Yeah, bro.
Put on your best suit and then rock up. Had a chat there. Got a card. Came back. Sent the email. Afterwards, I went in for an interview. They told me I went for an interview the next couple weeks. They interviewed me. Let me know.
What was that like, bro? The interview
Bruh.
at BDO.
I think I had one interview before then, and that was nerve-wracking as well. And in there, bro, I was just babbling, and like the mouth shaking is because like you're fresh out of uni, and you'll see people with like 30, 40 plus years of experience trying to interview you.
With like proper adults, bro.
Honestly,
cracking into the workforce.
No, so. There was, absolutely. So I think, I don't know, I may have may have bombed that one. So they called me back and said, no, we're not accepting you. I did apply to the KPMG guys as well.
Yeah.
They called me back saying, nah, we're not going to take you on. All right, sweet, respect that. I went back to LinkedIn to go. That same role that they interviewed me for, and I didn't make it through the interview, that same role popped up on LinkedIn. Like...
They may have forgotten. What? Bro,
I was like, I'm not giving up on this. So I sent it. What? The next Monday, HR calls me. HR calls me and goes, so when do you want to start? Me get up no bed. I was asleep. I woke up. yeah. Like, when do you want to start? I was like, oh, next Monday. Yep. Straight away.
Bro.
So that skipped the interview process again. Me Paula, I was like, what is happening? But look, thanks to the man above. And I was praying over it this whole time. You know, that time is a very interesting time. So, I was praying over that. And, that came through. And here I am 6 years later.
Wow. That's a story in itself, bro. That's crazy. So wow. Bro, that's crazy. Does anyone from work ever ask you, like, hey, wait a second, we actually told you no?
No, not that. Because the guy that got me the job, because like that bypassed all those, I think they fired him like a couple of weeks later, not a couple of years later, because he was getting grads on, and like they were actually decent grads, but there's probably some other things that happened at the time, to be honest.
He was like, nah, I already screwed up here. I'm gonna fucking get everyone in.
But he's like a footy boy. He's a footy boy as well, like a union boy. So,
man. What's his name? No, I'm kidding.
Can't remember. What?
100%.
No, mad fella though.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
It was a good time.
Speaking of footy, Emmanuel Kiddie was also involved with the Griffith Dragons.
Yep.
Griffith Dragons are one of the strongest uni teams in the uni league comp. I have to say,
strong ones. Yep.
Always those Southside guys, bro. You guys you lived in the Southside for a bit, right? Yeah. Sorry, I might be getting that wrong, but they're awesome.
The Nathan team, the Griffith Nathan, because you got Griffith Logan as well.
Oh yeah, wow.
That had team, and I think Griffith Gold Coast in a couple years.
Yeah, wow.
They weren't like consistently in there, but. Yeah,
that's incredible. Tell us about your love for rugby league. Obviously, had the pleasure to verse Manu, play alongside him. We haven't versed each other. I don't think we've versed each other. No, like just in the nines comp.
Yeah, true.
The nines comp. But that's only like a fun day.
That's good fun.
But like honestly, I remember 2013. Randomly, I was with Callum and my brother Toive, like sitting in the stands. we were just for a while. I had like two beers in, and then I just see you guys warming up and stuff, and then Mason Kumis literally, hey, bro, put on the boots and come play, bro. We're one player short.
Days. Really?
Bro, I was a couple of beers in already.
Were you sitting on the stands and they just roped you in?
I was on the stands and
bro,
Mason
no
called
way.
me, bro. Anyway, that's where I first met you, bro. That was one of the best games. I feel like I had best games. Obviously, the PNG side we versed had Wellington, Albert.
Yep.
Those guys.
Stacked, bro.
Stacked.
Stacked.
Stanton was only a bloody cube. Did Stanton play that time? Stanton Albert.
No, it was the Papuan guy.
That Gauna, Silas.
Yes.
Silas was number 9. I think.
Yeah. We won
Sexy Rasta.
Yes.
Bro, that was incredible. We versed some pretty big names in the Kumuls side that evening. Bit of a drizzly one that time, and bro, it was hardcore. We were
actually so this time because I'm a country boy from Bundy coming down.
Tell
me and the hurlers.
Yes.
Me and the hurlers. We're coming down. So me, Dimi, and I think Harry.
Shout out to the hurlers if you ever listen to this.
So yeah, they called us in. So we came down, strapped up, like trying to focus. And I was like, oh no, it's gonna be big game, because it's like PNG against PNG. The boys from back home are coming to verse us. So, all right, sweet, we got numbers here, and then. The contact, obviously, any PNG game, you'd feel the contact. So all man sing out like the grunts and everything in that game. It's just under 18s, but we're going.
Oh, it was under 18s.
Silently once.
Oh, trying to put on the skill, and then the skill goes away. the game plan goes out the window. It's kill. Oh,
that's how every PNG is, I think, programmed on a footy field, is just to go in for the kill. But that was, and in that, so the one thing that stood out to me in that time is you, actually.
Me?
You. So in that time,
I feel privileged
because I think you were playing footy at that time,
I was playing Union that time.
Yeah, and he was good size, good speed. He had all the skills. And because we're from the country, yes, we got a bit of speed, I understand, but nothing to the level of what the boys were bringing. So I think at about second half is when the intensity, at the start we matched intensity, and then they were starting to get the upper hand. And everyone was the contacts were getting we're feeling the contact now. Our boys were getting whacked, and then so everyone was when you're losing momentum, everyone's like, oh, who's going to take the next round type thing. Bro, Charles, the minute he came on, Balcom, he was running straight into them, just banging them off and everything. I was just standing in the back going, yeah, Charles, let's go.
Bro, you guys psyched me up, bro. You guys actually psyched me up that game. But
So when everyone was down, bro, you stood up, bro. And that's something, honestly, I can't forget that. That's one of the highlights of that game.
Bro.
When you put your hand up and you're taking the, what do you call them, tough carries, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Far
respect
out.
that.
It kind of brings back the memories of that camaraderie and it's I think it's really good to see, to hear that obviously, years on, thinking back to that, it actually brings you into that moment. But yeah, it's been a long time. But speaking about leadership, this guy here is a leader in your own rights. Obviously, a leader among peers as well. So, tell us a little bit about just about footy. We'll talk about footy again. I remember in the nines comp, bro. That team, I think you guys put together the Rams, bro. I have to say that was a pretty good team. That obviously we played in the Muscleites and we had the chance to verse you guys. I think you guys had a really good team there. Obviously some ex Kumuls as well.
Bro, Rams, yeah.
The Rams. Tell us about your experience in the nines comp, playing with those guys, Sebastian Pandya, Richie Pandya,
yes,
some big name ex Kumuls were in that
bro.
team, and you guys ran amok in that comp.
Honest, but I remember the first time we played, I was just in awe of who we were playing alongside, Sebi Pandya, Richie Pandya, Billy Seguiaro.
Oh, yeah,
bro, honest, Benji John,
yes.
Bro. These guys,
man, Benji was
on that, right?
Yeah.
And we're first in the comps, we're just following everyone. Like, we do what we can do on the field. And, like, the leadership, they were talking through, like, the games to go, like, strategies, all that type of stuff. I was just like, oh, yes, not so. This is what it's like playing next playing next to these guys. So, that was awesome experience, honestly. Yeah, that first one especially. And then the second ones, I don't think I was as fully involved in the ones straight up. I think the one after that, because I think the Rams was a little bit... I wasn't part of it, I think, for 1 year. And then I think... Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I played twice for them. And that's about it. Yeah. And then,
No, that's... Yeah, like, you guys honestly had a great team.
But that team,
that was awesome. And then, like, honestly, we touched on footy. You know, we looked at your professional life. Also mentioned a bit about your uni. But let's talk about... so a couple of years ago, I had the privilege to DJ at Emmanuel Kiddie's wedding. That was awesome, bro. Thanks for having me then. Just before we finish, we'll just start. Bro, how has everything been, like, with yourself? Obviously, we're at that age now, like, all of our peers are getting married. Some of us have kids. You know, balancing your professional life, having to be on top of those things, and then the home life as well, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, marriage life is great. I'm loving it. Love my wife. Love what we're doing now. So in this time, so since getting married in 2022, 2023 has been great. So this year, actually, I forgot to mention to you. So in my local church, Life Church, they've appointed us to be the young adult leaders.
Oh, that's awesome,
church. Bro. Yeah, so that's been a blessing. We're loving that at the moment. Planning, just engaging with all the the connect groups, and things like that. So
connect groups,
for young adults, we sort of facilitate most of those. Speak to the leaders, those that are leading those groups, and facilitate all those and make it happen. Just reaching people, and being part of the church and community. So, community in a church is great, and that's helped my marriage as well. So I'm seeing not even marriage individually as well, seeing everyone, like, placing myself in a community where you see successful marriages, so you can see, okay, because in this day and age there's a lot that happens, so both in our own worlds as well as online and with everything that we read.
100%, brother. Of course,
so surrounding yourself, I think that's important with in a community where there's successful marriages, successful people, individually, like males that that may have struggled in a certain time of their life and come through, whether it's similar struggles with you or other struggles. They've gone through all that and now leading a life, not perfect, but progressing. So surrounding myself with people like that. I just like to hang around them and talk to them.
That's awesome, bro. Thanks for that. 100%. So that's really important. Obviously, who you hang around with is a huge thing, and we have I think a trend that we're seeing with speaking to successful people like yourself is the people you hang around with. It's it goes to show what you average out to be. I think I've seen that somewhere. 5 people that you hang around with most.
Closest.
You sort of average out to be them. But no, thank you for sharing that. That's some very, very important, crucial information to share for young people. Obviously, people who are thinking seriously about their relationships. And again, we at the Uncles, we always support mental health, especially men's mental health, which is a huge topic that we're trying to drive that in our own sort of right. And I guess that's why we brought you on as well to speak about these things, because they're conversations that don't
definitely
really surface. But I mean, we're wrapping up now, so any last minute what's your advice to anyone out there, or Papua New Guineans sort of that have take it away, brother.
I think first one, I think I got 2 things. First one is along that mental health, and I think in terms of the community, like we like surrounding ourselves with people because we are in a collective culture. Like PNG, naturally you just gravitate towards other people. Families are very close.
Yeah.
You like hanging out with other people. I think that part is sort of, if it's directed well, you sort of make sure that you surround yourself in a good community where you want to grow, like where you see people that are ahead of you in terms of the steps in life or the journey in life that you want to progress to. Not necessarily the same, but very similar, or things that you look forward to. If they're doing the same, if they're doing it well, why not just go stick around them, have a chat to them, get close to them, learn more about what they do, and then you can figure out what works for you. And that's in terms of growing and trying to succeed in life, as well as sort of maintaining that foundation of your mental health, physical health, all that sort of stuff. Because the more you talk to people, the more you learn, right? So that's one. That's one. And the second one is, I think with the visa stuff, I'm quite a passionate guy of when I hear someone going through visa struggles and things, like, man, like, talk about it. Feel free to find someone that's been through that process, because I know I've been there, and no one I didn't know anyone. Maybe that was my bad, not not actively seeking someone in that space. But yeah, myself, I went through making some mistakes on the way that delayed my visa process. But yeah, in that time, and for whoever's sort of gone through that stage or that process now, man, find someone that's already been through that process. And learn the little things that the government asks for, so you don't miss anything. Or, or if they're asking for one thing, that means you have to gather all this, and then to point it to that one thing. Because if they're asking for one thing, I doubt it's just straightforward. So yeah, all that I think is a very big lesson that I learned, along with everything else. So yeah, visa side, definitely talk to someone.
100%. No worries. Ladies and gents, this was Emmanuel Kiddie, the man himself. Thanks for coming on tonight. Thanks for making the trip up to Griffin, brother.
It's just down the road.
Oh, wow! I thought you lived in a
No. It took me an hour and a half, brother.
What twist?
But it was worth it.